guys, welcome to my home.
Hi, Derek.
Hey, Sky.
How are you?
I'm good.
Can you tell us about this home?
Well, I just moved in this year. It took a while for me to build the entire home. Inabutan pa nga ako ng COVID. I was supposed to move in last year, but it got pushed back until inabot ako ng COVID. But I moved in August, and I've been living here ever since. It's good naman. Everything's practically finished. Mga 98% done. And everyone's here. My son, my nephew, my babies, my dogs, and of course my other babies, which are my toys, in my basement right now where we're at right now. So yeah, it was a long process, but it's nice to look at all the hard work that you put in, and it's now here.
Well, we're so excited, Derek. Thank you for letting us in.
Of course.
Can you do a tour, like a mini tour with your babies, the cars?
Well, my favorite is the one that I just came in. This is a 29-year-old car. It is a 1992 Porsche 964 Turbo. Now, the story behind this car is it was my poster car in college, so I had to have it. When I was in England, when I was in the US, ito yung nilalagay ko talaga sa dorm ko. And I'm so proud na with all my hard work, I was able to find one because they're very rare, and whoever has one, ayaw ibenta. But one was sold to me, and I'm really, really happy. This is going to stay with me, and I'll pass this on to my son. Ever since bata kasi ako, I've enjoyed cars. I really, really love cars.
What's about cars?
I don't know. It's just behind the engineering of these things. I love cars. I love watches, based on how the engineering side of it. Parang you think you already have the optimum sports car, but these engineers seem to make better, faster, more reliable cars. So that I have here. I have most of my cars are English cars because I'm half English. So I'll introduce the English cars first. I have the Bentley Continental GT. I have the Aston Martin, which is known for all the James Bond films. And I have the Rolls-Royce Ghost, which is probably the most English of them all. And then, of course, I have the Italians here. I have the Ferrari F12 and the Lamborghini Urus. So these are all replaceable. This one is not. This one talaga has so much meaning to me. And this was my last, the last car I bought. I just got it this year, so perfect to match the house because I plan to live in this house for a very, very long time. I want to start my family in this home. That's why you'll see later, pag inikot ko kayo, I have lots of room for new members of my family. So I'll start first with my puppy, Sky.
Wow,
Here,
sounds
sweetheart.
great, Derek. How many dogs do you have?
I have 6, and this one is Sky.
Okay.
Hi, Sky. Sit. Lie down, Riri. And this one's Riri. Riri's a corgi. And as you can see, I'm giving attention to these two, and there's another one getting jealous over there. That's Skunk.
What's the best thing about being a fur parent?
These guys, they take away my stress. I come home, you see, they greet me. And they're just so lovable. Each one has its own personality, own character. I have to, of course, divide my attention to all of them. Kita mo nagsiselos na, so I have to go give him some attention. Okay, I'm coming, Skunk. But, these guys are so nice. Talagang hindi kayo iiwan ng mga tayo. And I've had my fair share of days of crying because I lost a few of my dogs. But ang sabi nga nila is when they die, they're saving you from any sickness. So I really believe that. And yeah, these guys are my babies. So if you come over here, this is Skunk. I have to give him some attention. Okay, it's your turn.
What's the name of this dog?
Skunk. He is a pocket bully. He's only 10 months. He's just going to get wider and more muscular, but he's not going to get any taller. Beautiful dog. People say, oh my God, nakakatakot ang itsura niya, but sobrang lovable, as you can see. I can do whatever I want to this guy. See? You're a good boy. Okay.
Perfect. Beautiful, Derek.
Thank you.
How was it like growing up being a Filipino-British?
It's a big advantage. I'm a citizen of the world. I get to see the culture of this side of the world and the culture of the other side of the world, and it's so easy for me to get along with different people from all walks of life and from different parts of the world. So my mom and my dad gave me the best gift, which is an education and to travel. So I've had my opportunity to just go around and see the world and meet new people.
So, in terms of childhood, saan ka mas lumaki? Sa Pilipinas o abroad?
I was born in the UK, and then I came here at a very young age. And then after that, I went back to the UK to do my A levels, and then I wanted to study some more, so I went to the US to take on a marketing major. And then I came back here 2001. Yeah, 2001. And even when I was in college, they were asking me to become an artista na, but I said, no, I can't. Number one rule ni mom is finish your education first. So, ginawa ko yun. And to become an actor was really the last thing I wanted to do. I never thought I'd be an actor. So I came back to the Philippines after I graduated, and I tried different things. I was an MTV VJ, I hosted sa Eat Bulaga, I played in the PBL, and then I finally said, oh sige, let's give it a shot. I don't want to live a what-if life. Try natin. So sinubukan ko mag-artista, and the rest is history. It just took off from there, and
The rest is history.
the rest is history. Yeah.
All right. I think we're ready for the house tour, Derek.
Okay.
Let's go.
Before we go, I have to give attention to this guy because
Alright.
he will get jealous. Come here, Tyson. Come here.
What's the name of this dog?
Iron Mike Tyson. Because as you can see, he's really buff. So, he's a good boy. All right, guys. Come. Bye, Sky. Bye. So here, may sariling home ang mga kasambahay ko. My kasambahays are really, they're like my family talaga. So they have their own kitchen, they have their own dining, they have their own big rooms. So I love my mga kasambahays. They've been with me for years, and yeah, I don't know what I'd do without them. They're my family. So guys, come on, let's go up.
Is this your dream home?
Yeah. I really took part in the entire process of building the home. This is my, I think, fourth home that I built. And I think I got this from my mom because people say, how do you put pieces together? And I don't know, it just comes into my head, and I'm able to mix and match things, and I'm not afraid to experiment, try new materials. So I built this home, and
All pieces?
everything, yeah, you see in here came from up here. I got guided also, but at the end of the day, I wasn't scared to say, no, ito talaga yung gusto kong gawin. So start off with this kitchen. I don't really cook. I just fry, but
What's so special about this kitchen, Derek?
kasi ako gusto kong maganda tignan yung kusina. I don't really care about if they cook in it. There's a dirty kitchen downstairs, but this is where we always have the most time as a family together. Is where we have breakfast. I don't know, something about this place is where it just draws everybody. So when I wake up in the morning and come down, everybody's here. So I wanted to make sure that this kitchen was sleek, clean, nice to look at, and I used wood and stainless steel and lacquer finish to make it feel a little manly, but at the same time very, very homey. So
Nice combination there.
thank you. This is from Polyform. They're, for me, the Ferrari of kitchens. The Italians are, for me, the best talaga at building kitchens. So I went with them, and I'm very, very happy with the result. It's all here. Even the lighting is very important. So this is what they call bronze reflective glass. You can't really see what's inside unless you turn on the lights. So little details like that is really, really important to me. And I love coffee. So this is my coffee station. I have the quick instant ones that if I'm in a rush, and then I have the manual press one, which is where I want to pretend to be a barista.
How many cups of coffee do you have in one day?
Not too much. I have 2 or 3, but I love making coffee for people. So if
Can you make us one someday?
Sure, of course. We can do the instant one, or this is the one where I play around. I hand carried this back from Florence.
Cool.
So this is my favorite machine right here. It's a Lapovoni, and you really have to experiment to get the real flavor from the beans. So how hard you press down, the humidity, it gets really technical.
Yeah, it's very complex.
Yeah. Unlike this one, you just press a button and okay ka na.
Okay, favorite food to pair with your coffee?
Donuts, of course.
Favorite flavor?
And of course, it has to be Boston cream. I'm not saying that because I endorse Dunkin'. There's a reason why I endorse Dunkin' is because I really love Dunkin' Donuts. And my Dunkin' Donuts family knows that when I was in college, I've shared this story so many times na doon ako nag-aaral sa Dunkin' Donuts that's near my college.
Wow.
And I think they caught wind of that story, and that's why they reached out to me to endorse them, and I've been with them now for 8 years. So no joke, the best combination is a cup of coffee and Dunkin' Donuts.
I agree. Coffee
And they send me beans. They send me their own beans. So that's the beans that I have here now.
Cool. So,
All right.
your favorite flavor of donuts?
Boston cream. Boston cream, strawberry filled, and Bavarian are my favorite. Most Filipinos are into the whole choco butternut, which is good, pero ako talaga Boston cream.
Derek, can you tell us about the painting behind you?
This was a gift by my mom.
Okay.
I'm proud to be British, and I'm very proud to be Filipino. As you can see, these are like the Filipino houses, and I thought it would be perfect here, just to contrast the colors here in the kitchen. We have the brown mixed with the black and the bronze. So I wanted
a pop of color.
A pop of color here, and you'll see another one here. All the paintings that I have are from local artists. I like to support local artists, and we have so much talent here in the Philippines. So I'll show you. This one is by Cristobal.
What's it called?
This one doesn't have a name, but
Okay.
you know, you can stand here, look at it, and picture so many different things. Like, it's very abstract, it's very colorful, and when I saw this, it's like it just spoke to me, so I had to have it, and it's now here, hanging on my dream home.
Perfect.
So.
What draws you?
Strange. You'll see from most of my paintings, it's like I have lots of paintings of women. And okay, sabihin ng mga tao, Derek, babaero. It's not that. I guess I grew up with, I have 3 sisters, my mom, so I'm very close to all of them, especially my mom. So I think that's why I have so many paintings of women.
The figure.
Yeah.
You appreciate it.
Yeah, and I'm very close to Mama Mary.
Marian devotion.
Yes, so I guess it's because of that. Like, my mom is my protector, my dad is my best friend. Perfect combination, yeah. So, strange also, ever since I built this house, I've become a plantito. I love plants now, so I have all these plants around
Okay,
the
I
house.
want to see them, Derek.
So we're here in the dining area. I've only been here a few months, but we already have so many great memories here on this dining table. I got this table from Home Studio. And again, it's a combination of marble, and then if you look underneath, it's made out of wood. So it's formed as like the infinity sign, and that means that's very lucky. So that's why I decided to go with this table and match it with these Philips Stark chairs. These are called stilettos. So again, very masculine combination of black and brown, which I think you'll see is my favorite combination actually.
What's your favorite Filipino food?
Sinigang na baboy, hands down talaga. I love sinigang na baboy. I can't live without sinigang na baboy.
Do you put patis?
Of course, and sile. Patis and sile for the win.
How many cups of rice?
Mga 3.
Okay, how about you? Do you have favorite British food?
I mean, it's not even British food, but it's what I miss about England, which are kebabs. Because when you go to the UK, yun yung fast food nila, they have kebab stores all over. It's not really English food, but they have the best kebabs over there, and that's what I miss. They call it mystery meat with a big elephant's foot. They call it an elephant's foot, and they say it's made of lamb. Then they cut into thin strips and they put it into pita bread and they put the vegetables in. It's just the best. I miss that. So here, see, there's a
Okay. What is this piece called?
There's no name for this piece, but this is an artist from Sweden.
Okay.
And again, I got this at the same place where I got the table. Actually, this was a gift by a very dear friend because she knew that I loved this piece. And she gave it to me for my birthday. So naunahan pa niya ako because I was really gonna go get it.
Okay.
And yeah, I just think it's
Great
beautiful.
gift
I don't
from your
know.
friend.
I know. I don't know how the artist did this, and you'll see different pieces like that in the house. So it's definitely a talking piece, and that's what I like. Even my decanter for my whiskey, it's shaped as an AK-47. So again, that's another talking piece, and it's got like a bullet in the glass, as you can see here. So I like things like that, and again, here are my babies that I talk to them, and I love the whole process when may bagong sibol. It's like amazing. It's like a cocoon, and then the leaf just opens up. These two are actually not even a week old.
Wow.
So it came out of here, and these two are the new ones, and this one is going to fade away.
I like that you mentioned sibol. How's
Yeah.
your Tagalog when you were growing up?
Magaling, nung lumalaki ako, yung Caloocan ko, Kalukan.
May accent.
May accent, but when in Rome, and I decided to go for it and become an artista, and if you're going to do that, you definitely need to learn how to speak Tagalog. So, nag-aral talaga ako, nagbasa ako ng mga tabloids, yung mga kaibigan ko, sinabi ko sa kanila na kausapin nyo lang ako sa Tagalog para gumaling yung Tagalog ko. And I picked it up really quick. Minsan, hindi ko alam yung mga sinasabi ko, basta alam kong tama yung pronunciation ko, di okay na yun.
Sige nga, favorite Tagalog word?
Well, yung lagi nilang tinuturo sa akin to get my tongue parang familiarized with the language is nakakapagpapagabag ang watawat na lumawagayway. O, di ba?
Galing.
Kaya.
Derek, how about that piece?
Gift from my mom. I love this piece. It came from my old house. I brought it here. Again, it's another talking piece. This was a gift from my mom, I think 4 years ago. So, I love it. I actually, hindi ko pa nasasabit sa bahay, but I have another thing that's very similar to this. Hindi naman siya naka-frame, but guys also do climbing, like what these guys are doing. So, I think it just looks cool.
It is. Okay, I think, oh wow, I see your pool, Derek.
Yes,
And let's
the
go.
really chillax area. So the idea for this area is to make it feel like you're in a resort but feel at home. So it's a very resort feel. Sorry for the noise, may ginagawang bahay sa kabila, but
So you're an indoor or outdoor person?
I'm an outdoor guy. I love being outdoors, but I don't like making gimmick. I like going to the beach or chilling at home or playing golf. That's what I'm all about. So over here, I can chill and at the same time get my dose of sunlight.
First sport you ever did?
First sport was soccer. That's my favorite sport. Well, we call it football, but
How old were you?
wow. 2 going 3. I've been competing since I was 3 years old. So my
Wow.
parents introduced me to football and swimming because I had asthma when I was a boy, and I grew out of it by playing sports. And I'd have swimming 3 times a week. I'd play football every day, and then pumasok yung Filipino culture, which is basketball. So I started playing basketball, and then later on I picked up frisbee, and then in college I was playing rugby, I was playing cricket, I was playing water polo. I love all sport. I love to compete. I love competition, and I think that's a big part of why I landed endorsements, and all of that makes who I am today. So,
What's about sports that shape one character?
discipline. If you want to be the best, you definitely have to put in hard work. You have to sacrifice a lot. So, it requires so much discipline. It shows character. You can't win all the time, so you have to be able to graciously accept defeat, go back to the drawing board, and make yourself better than what you were so that you can actually beat that person or that team that beat you. Sport is great. May kasabihan nga na sport brings out your true character, di ba? There are some people who are too competitive na may lumalabas na side na hindi maganda because they'll try and do everything to win. See, that's the great thing about sport. You have to make the right decisions. No shortcuts. Don't do steroids. Don't cheat. Yun lagi yung sinasabi ng daddy ko. It's hard work. So you really have to put in the work. Yes, other people are more blessed to be more talented, but nothing beats hard work.
I agree, Derek. Any kind of sport you would still want to try? Or
Well,
haven't tried yet?
now I'm playing a lot of golf and I want to become a pro golfer. So that's the dream. That's the goal I've set.
Wow. When did you start playing golf?
I picked up the sticks nung bata pa ako because my dad, that's his favorite sport. And I told you, my dad's my best friend. So yun yung bonding ko with my dad. Pero nung bata ako, talagang I'm looking for the more physical sports, banggaan, yung may kalabang ka. And I only started to appreciate golf siguro mga 8 years ago. And I said, wow, this is really a wonderful sport and actually the toughest sport I've ever played. And
Why is it tough?
you have to be mentally strong. In golf, maraming magaling. So when you're out there competing and you see somebody hitting it just as good as you can't be intimidated. And at the end of the day, when it's all done, you have nothing to blame, no one to blame but yourself, diba? And the great thing about golf is every day you go out, it's a different day. The winds are different, the conditions are different. So it's really, really challenging. It's a sport that you definitely cannot master. So if you look at the history of this sport, very rare. That's why Tiger Woods, they say, is the greatest of all time because he was able to dominate much longer than the others. But if you look at golf, the best players, they don't remain the best for a long period. So I guess it's just because the conditions are always changing. And when you're on top of your game, it's harder to stay on top because there's so many people trying to chase you. Diba? So that's what I love about the sport. And
So it challenges you a lot.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've never been so pick-on in any sport except for golf. But pick-on ako sa sarili ko.
Right. It's okay. Don't be too hard on yourself, Derek. Tell me about this pool.
So the tiles, I saw this in a resort that I went to in Bali. So I needed to have those tiles because I just fell in love with that resort in Bali. And this area actually has some sort of a Bali feel. I mixed it with lots of plants, the outdoor furniture, and the best part I like about this place is the wood roof, which is made out of bamboo. I think that really softens up the entire area, makes it feel more homey. And at night, this place really, really transforms. These circle things that you see here are actually lights, and you get beams of light that come out. So it looks like I have multiple suns all over this slate wall. So there's so much texture. When the light bounces off of it, it's just so relaxing and I can come and chill. Especially sa trabaho ko, I work late hours. And the one thing I want to do is when I get home is just be able to just relax. And this is the area to relax.
Do you miss traveling?
Super. I told you, that's the best gift that my parents gave me. We're looking to try and travel for Christmas. We'll celebrate Christmas here because it's my first Christmas in my home, but then we'll maybe celebrate New Year's out of town. We have a home in Palawan, pero ang hirap pa rin to get to because of all the travel restrictions.
Favorite cities in the world? Top 3.
Ooh. I love Japan. I love the Philippines. I love Palawan. And I would have to say, oh my God.
That's
it's
really
not-
ready, but sure.
It's not even England. It's not going to be London. It's going to... I'd have to say Amalfi. I really like the Amalfi Coast. So yeah, those are my top three. And also New Zealand. I love New Zealand.
Well, for now, let's enjoy the interiors first.
Okay. So again, here, a mixture of stone. This is...
What a beautiful table there.
yes, this is...
Is it marble?
yes, it's marble. And I paired it with steel. This is proudly Filipino.
Who's the designer?
This is done by Industria.
Okay.
So it's hammered metal. So each piece is different.
Yes.
I love the texture of this chair, and it goes so well with this marble table. This table actually, it required 10 people to carry it in.
Wow.
So yeah, I love this table so much. It's just very unique. Even the shape.
It is.
Yeah. So we have very intimate dinners here. Kwentuhan, friends, family. Yeah, lots of great memories also done in this table. So we move into, and we're locked, so we have to go back in that way. But you'll see, again, I said to you guys that I love unique pieces, and my sofas are made by an architect, Zaha Hadid. And if you see her architecture, it's just amazing. And she ventured into furniture. She passed away already, but she ventured into furniture before she passed away. And these couches are just beautiful. I think some people might not like it, might be too much, but for me, I think they're beautiful. So I got two to face each other. That's how much I liked it. Some say it might look too stiff, feel stiff, but for me, I think it sits perfectly here. So it's a combination of modern and old school. So this is your traditional, like, Turkish, Persian
rug. Yes, I see
silk
that.
rug, but it just amazes me. Imagine how long it took for the women to sew this. This is all handmade. This takes years and hours of hard work to just put this rug together. And I guess yun yung binabayaran mo dyan is the labor.
Craftsmanship.
Yeah, and the labor of
Yes.
these women, the hours that they put into just making this beautiful rug. So I think it sits really pretty with the more modern look and the more classic look.
Okay.
Yeah. And of course, I matched it with, we call the Banggang Ferrari. This is Jinggoy Buensuceso. He's a Filipino artist. I think he's brilliant. I think he should be a national artist. Look, as you can see, it's so unique. It really stands out. You know it's him.
And the color.
Yeah, this is called the origami. It's made out of aluminum sheets, and he just bends it and warps it, and I think it's just beautiful.
It is
So
beautiful.
I had this big bare wall, and I finally got to meet Jinggoy, and I was like, I need to have your work, your pieces in my house. So you'll see a lot of them actually, from the door handle of the front door to my handles on the stairs to actually the wall art that you have at the end of the dining. That's all Jinggoy Buensuceso. So with that said, the most important people in my life are my mom and my dad. So I had to build their room first.